Right, we're back again for part 2 of the radiator pipes episode. We bought some U-bolts. We're going to try and use these to attach the pipes to the roll bars. We'll figure something out. And then bought some clamps and stuff. So we're going to go this morning first, going to see if what we've got in the way of hoses, clamps and things. See how much we can get done. Then we might go for a quick drive to a parts shop, get some more parts if need to be, and hopefully by this afternoon we have the pipes connected up and with some water in them. And yeah, let's go see how we go. Another thing we got was some sheet metal that covered this floor up a bit. It's a bit rusty underneath where the computer was. So first we'll spray it with some anti-corrosive metal paint, and then later on when that's all dry, we'll cover it over. Paint these wires a bit, they're getting changed. Alright, that's a good start. I'll do these from the bottom as well later on. But there you go. That should dry by the time it comes time to put some metal on there. That should sort the top pipe out. Let's quick cut these U-bolts on here and here. Still a gap between there to fit our covering on. And this end we might have to cut a bit of that off later. We'll see how it goes once we put our radiator in, fan in. Figure out how to bolt that in too. So yeah, now it's the bottom pipe. Just clear back out of the way. It's still wet. Ooh, fingers in the way. Let's have a look. Yeah, I reckon there's something here to hold it up in that area and hold it towards the floor over there. Right, let's have a look, see what we can figure out. What we figure down here, scrape it there, scrape all the stuff off there, wall that to there, put the pipe in it, bolt down, good to go. Right, let's get that done and we'll see how it goes. Right, there's that bottom bracket in place, I think. That's going to work there. Still touching there. Should still get cover through that gap. Down here, roll that floor. We're going to make what we might do, buy another one of these, use that bit of metal, put it across there, space it off the floor a bit, shoots through our hole in the front. And looking at the front here, this is what I was worried about. Get down here if you can see through there. There we are. There's plenty of space there around the. So you got your oil filter there. But there's plenty of space there for the chute around. No need the oil filter. All these wires over here can be gone eventually. The one harness goes in, so that's going to work. Right, let's see what pipes we've got to make the all join together. Right, if we connect to the front bottom pipe to the engine, but this pipe you got Perco a while ago, we're going to try and use these a little bit short for this car, but I think we might see if we can get a 90-degree bend into that, and we'll use that from about there to about there to do the bottom front. I'll show you what we mean once we get it done, if we get it done. Right, so that bottom hose sorted. This was the pipe that was on it before. We cut it in half, put this bend in it. This pipe here is a bit smaller there than it is there, because when they build these cars, or they build this pipe, they don't think, oh yeah, some guy one day is going to use this as radiator pipe in a 1999mm Falcon. So to make it work, so that joins there. That pipe was a bit bigger, so that's on there. There's that bend. We made that bend and the pipe bender earlier. We made it a right angle now. It goes around into there. There's a nice big long pipe here, which is actually mostly full of steel. Can you see that? There it is. That joins to our pipe going up to the back of our car. And then it goes to our blue pipe that we bought off eBay. Now, the top one's going to be a bit more of a challenge, because I think, so as I said, this pipe's a bit thicker than that's coming out of there. That is what is coming out of here. So we'll see what we can do, what we have. Otherwise, previously I got some like reducer pipes done in a muffler shop, so Nice to get a couple of them done. But let's just see what we can do with what we have first. This one, I scored this pipe a while ago from Farrelly's. Someone turned up with this taped up pipe. I thought I had a bit of pipe in it. It's actually 2 pipes stacked on top of each other. There's heaps of clamps stuck on there holding all together. That's why I grabbed it. I grabbed it mainly to get the clamps off it, to reuse them. But yeah, someone bodged it up the side of the road at some stage. We shouldn't have got it home because I made it to mechanics. It was coming with the hook, I don't know. There you go, tape on it. Looks like there's one pipe. They put a bit of rubber over the top of it, clamp the shit out of it to stop it leaking. So yeah, we're going to use these clamps again. They look pretty good. Might have cut it, might have to use an angle off this, you never know. We'll pull apart properly and see if there's anything there we can use. There we go, I found the, you can see it there. There's a split there. So yeah, a bit of bush mechanicing, got them home. But yeah, we might have cut that off there. We might be able to use that bit. We'll have a look, see what it'll do for us. Right, yeah, so we've got the top one done. So we've got a pipe there. This pipe was long enough, so put a bit of join there. This pipe sort of stretched over that, so that got us around our different size pipe problem on this end. We got up to here. This end is not so exciting yet. We're still just got a pipe coming for there. Fence pipe here. I think because this is a bit smaller again, we're going to have to find either a bit of pipe that's got different size ends or a hose that will stretch over that and over that just to make it work. So I got a bit of a shopping list. See if we've got the hose here to try, but yeah, I got some bit of a shopping list. We're going to get 1,000 hose clamps and something for that. And might get a couple more U-bolts to use to hold the pipe in the cage, and just U-bolt the pipe down there, and that should get this mostly done. Right, we're back from our shopping. We have a few different shops to get all these together. Heaps of hose clamps over here. What I found is a bigger one of them for the temperature gauge sender. So between that being bigger, we just got to, I don't think I've got any here. I must go to shop tomorrow and just get a bit of straight hose. So that's that size there and that size there. If we get a bit of straight hose, we can just sort of zot, put a couple of joiners in there, or find a longer bit and make that work. I bought one of them convoluted hoses inside, but it's just a bit too long and a bit too fat, so that was not quite the right thing. But let's go and put a stack of clamps on, and that might do us for today. Right, made some progress. Right. There, clamp there. I've done double clamps on all the pipes that aren't actual pipes, just to be sure. So yeah, clamp all together. The only thing I do is get a piece of pipe to go from there to there. I don't know the size I need, really get one long one, or just something cut 2 bits out of it and put another bit of metal there, whatever. Got the clamps there ready to go. Yeah, so I'm also down the front here, putting the U-bolt in, connect that to the front there, stop flopping around. Down here we sort of double stack the U-bolt bits there, so it keeps off the floor. And then up here we've just got hose clamps everywhere, so they'll double clamp them all in the back of the car. I think they're meant to be. I have to double check the rule book, but it doesn't matter if they're double clamped, they're all good to go. Right, so tomorrow we'll get a bit to the front, and this part of the process will be done. Right, I've got the last piece of the puzzle. This hose here. So all the hoses I had, we couldn't find anything that works, so I've got this random hose, and we're just going to cut the chunks out of it, join bit there, put a bit of pipe in there, and that's all the plumbing part of this done. There we go, final piece of the puzzle for the pipes. There you go, we've got the pipes done for the radiator. We've got to cover them and stuff, but we'll get the thing running first, heat it up, the water in them, make sure there's no leaks before we cover it. And yeah, so next step I reckon is to get it back on the ground, and we'll start pulling the old wiring harness out and figure out how to put this new one in. Anyhow, as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time.